Hello my dear friends. Today I am going to be filming a video trying the new Westman Atelier mascara. This is what the packaging looks like. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit surprised that she decided to go with this red for her mascara, because other than the lip palette that is also in this red, it's like the only piece that doesn't go with the, you know, her muted tones. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? See? But I think it's really fun, very appropriate for holidays, so I'm glad that she chose this color. I know what you guys are thinking. What on God's green earth would possess you to buy another mascara from Westman Atelier after you don't like the original formula because it's a shed fest? So much so that you've told us in multiple videos. Well, I have high hopes for this. I am hoping that this has been improved on. This is a different formula. She still has the original formula available. That one is for more curled and more of a statement lash. This is more of like volume and lengthening. It does apply more of like a natural lash with just like one coat, but you do have the option to build it up for it to be much more dramatic, etc. This also comes in two shades. It comes in clean black and what is the one? Le Brun Clean, which is brown. I picked up the brown one because I have the original one in the black. So I picked this up in the hopes that this is 10 times better than the original formula, because I do, like I said, I like 90% of the Westman Atelier line, and I'm somebody with oily skin. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to be doing a wear test on this, okay? And obviously, to stick to the theme of this video, I am going to be using all Westman Atelier products. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I've done is I've prepped my skin with her new serum. It comes in this beautiful like ballerina pink color. It has her typical packaging, magnetic top. This is called the Skin Activator. This stuff is expensive. So one of these bottles is like 150 and the refill is 125. I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you guys, for those of you who are new, I love this serum actually, because I know it's expensive, but when I wear this serum, I don't have to wear moisturizer or anything else following this. It's like a one and done for me. And this has done wonders for my skin. I am somebody who, besides the fact that I have very sensitive skin and I break out often with products that don't agree with me, especially in the summertime. And it doesn't help that I pick my face when I'm super stressed. So this helps me and I really like it. So if you haven't tried it, I highly recommend you consider picking that up during the Sephora sale. If you're a Rouge member, you get 20% off of this. And because I already own the whole vessel, I will just be purchasing the refill during the Sephora sale. Okay, I am going to apply the Vital Skin Foundation Stick. And I am in the shade Atelier 2. This is a little light for me, but I like it, you know? So I'm just going to apply this all over the face. I do use very little of this because this is very pigmented, and a little bit goes a long way. I'm gonna use her foundation brush just to spread this out And for those of you who don't already know, I am not you can build this up to like whatever you want, this foundation. I personally just like one layer of it. I'm not too concerned about covering up too much of my imperfections or my acne scars. Like, I'm totally okay with that peeking through. I do like for my skin to look like skin, if that makes sense, you know? Although I'm applying makeup to try to, you know, even things out and stuff like that, I'm okay with that situation. It doesn't bother me. I just think it looks better if I'm not piling on like a high coverage foundation. Now, I know that some people, you know, prefer more coverage and they don't like that. I'm fine with it. It doesn't really bother me. So I just kind of spread this out and let it do its thing. So the finish on this foundation is a very natural satin finish. It, to me, I think it's perfect for those of us with combination oily skin, because this foundation is on the drier side compared to her other foundation, which is the complexion drops. Those drops, I mean, have major skincare benefits, and when my skin feels fatigued, it does wonders for my skin. But I do pull out the stick more often than I do the drops, because I do like the finish of the Vital Stick. Now, you can, if you have drier skin and you bought this, right, and you kind of don't reach for it as often as you want to because it may be a little bit too dry for you, what I would suggest is, if you have the complexion drops, go ahead and apply the complexion drops all over your skin, and then you can spot conceal with your stick, and that way it's not going to waste, because, you know, makeup does get old, and, you know, clean beauty brands do not last as long as other brands, because, you know, they don't have all the junk in it. So that's a nice little way where you can get use out of your foundation stick. All right, next I'm gonna go in with my contour stick. This is in the color Biscuit. This is my perfect contour shade. I think she did an amazing job with her contour, and I really love the finish of these sticks. For me, if I really want to, I can just get away with doing the contour, because it's not so cool. I'm gonna blend that out, by the way, with her blender brush. It's not so cool that I have to apply a bronzer. It's just cool enough where I can just leave it as is, which is what I normally do. And I like a very subtle contour. Otherwise, I feel like it makes my face look like a skeleton, like too, you know what I mean? Too sucked in. I guess that's what I'm trying to explain. So just blending that out. And what I love about, you know, the Westman Atelier line, it's really hard to mess up. So if you're not the best at contouring, you're not, you know, new to makeup or whatnot, it's just a very easy brand to wear. It's goof proof. Next I'm gonna go in with the Squeaky, actually her blush in Bichette. I got this little Squeaky Clean duo during the Credo sale last year, and this one brought Nana as the Squeaky Clean lip balm, and obviously the lip balm came in a full size, but then it also came with a mini blush stick, and this one is in Bichette. Just adorable. I really like this shade for the fall winter season because look how beautiful that is. It's like a deep rosewood. Let me swatch that for you. Definitely a statement blush. So we're gonna go in with a light hand at first, and then we're gonna blend that out. And we'll build it up as needed. I'm gonna be using her baby blender. And it's funny because her baby blender is her like blush brush, because her blushes are called the baby cheeks. Get it? Baby blender, baby cheeks. Okay. Anywho, so I like to use this particular blush brush a lot for statement blushes. I find that this size of a blush brush, first of all, is very unique in my brush collection. I don't have anything like it. And when I find that it makes working with really bright blushes easy, because it is much easier to target exactly where that's going. When I use a normal bigger blush brush with statement blushes, I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit harder to get that placement just right. So I find that with this type of brush, you have more control as to where that color is going. Next, I'm gonna go in with the lipstick in the color Nectar. And I have this also in the miniature size. I think this shade goes perfect with this particular blush. I will swatch it side by side, of course, for you to see. So it's like a beautiful, soft peach shade. I think this color is stunning. And then I'm just going to use my finger just to pat that in and blend it out. I don't use a brush for any of her lipsticks because they're actually so light on the skin that I feel like if you go in with a brush, I mean, you're gonna take off most of the product. And for those of you who don't know, this is a very glassy, you know, dewy product, but what ends up happening after about, I would say 15-20 minutes, your skin actually like soaks it up and it ends up just looking like a natural glow. It's not dewy, it's not like sticky, it's just like a natural glow to the skin. It's like, it still looks moisturizing, obviously, but very, very nice. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with my iPods and Lenu, and I'm gonna start off with the first shade. This is the color Champagne. And we are gonna apply that all over the eye with my Eyeshadow 2 brush. And I'm just gonna do a very light wash of color for this. I personally like the iPods. I know they are not very, like, it's not, I know it's an unpopular opinion. But I'll tell you why I like them. So iPods are like in their own category. They don't shed. It's like this Play-Doh like consistency. And it is not for like a high pigmented look. That is not what the Westman Atelier line is. It's a very sheer wash of color. Now, people's gripe with this product is that it doesn't last like more than 4 hours. And this is true. And the reason why, you know, obviously there's an issue with that is because these are super expensive. So people expect them to have longevity. And I totally get that. Don't get me wrong, I do. And it's true. It doesn't last past the 4 hour mark. But I do like these. And the reason I like them is because although it starts to wear off after the 4-hour mark, it leaves a very beautiful stain to the eyelid that looks like the most natural eyeshadow in the world. It looks like whoever's looking at you can't really tell whether or not you're wearing makeup. And I think that that's the magic of the iPods. I'm going in with this color, which is one of my favorite shades in this tripod. It is the Vin Rouge shade. I'm gonna tell you, this gives me all the fall vibes, but I would be lying if I told you that I don't wear this all year round. I do. Clearly you can see the dent I've made in this. But anyway, I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna wipe it down on a microfiber towel here. Anyways, it leaves a beautiful stain on the eyelid. It doesn't leave like a creasy, nasty looking, you know, colored, if that makes sense. My skin just soaks it right up. I'm just applying this to the outer half of my entire lid. Now, I am going to warn you, if you try to use these and you pound this on, you will have a really ugly crease fest after the 4-hour mark. I know because I've tried it. Just for science, I tried it one day. And it looks great because you can, you know, build it up if you want to. But after that 4-hour mark, they're gonna crease. So I've just applied this color to the outer half of the eye, ever so lightly. And this Shadow 2 brush is one of my favorite shadow brushes in her collection. It does such a good job with these iPods. It blends them out to perfection without too much effort. All right, next I'm gonna go in with the final shade in the tripod, which is the black shade. This one is in Noir. This brand new was just a black shade, but because I obviously mixed them with these other two shades that are shimmery, that's why there's like a sheen in there. It's fine, I don't mind it. I'm gonna use my Shadow 1 brush, which is angled, like pointy. And what I do is I actually dip it in sideways to create a very subtle liner lash situation. You guys have seen me do this 1,000 times. Even this very deep shade comes out as a washed out black. So as you can see, these are not designed to, you know, be pounded on like that. It is to give you that beautiful natural wash of color. These do not, there's no fallout because this is like a, like I said, like a Play-Doh kind of consistency, which makes it, only adds to the ease of use. So I personally like them, but I do know that that is not a popular opinion. So I totally understand the issue that some people have with this. So I've created a very subtle look, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some brows. I'm gonna be using the Westman Atelier brow pencil. I use the color Bark, and I really like this pencil. I do use it very light-handedly. This is a waxy, like dry formula, but it is pigmented, so you can pound this on. But the reason I use a light hand on this is because I find that if I'm rough with this pencil, it tends to pull out my eyebrow hairs. And obviously, because those of you who don't know, but I know those of you who have been following me for a long time, know that I don't pluck my eyebrows. And because I have fairly thick hair, I never use an eyebrow pencil. But Westman Atelier does not have brow gel. They only have this as a brow product. And I do like it, but because I'm not used to using like waxy like pencils like this, I don't know if this is a thing all across brow pencils. But yeah, if I'm not light-handed with this, it will rip out my eyebrow hairs. So I use it lightly, which I'm sure that's exactly how she intended for it to be used. And on the other side is like this clean spoolie that you just take out and you brush out the product. Now, do I wish that there would have been brow gel on the other side of that? Yes, I think that that needs to happen at some point. But, you know, she is consistently expanding her line. And so I have a feeling we may see something like that in the future, or a brow gel of some sort, because those of us with like thicker brows sometimes just like to use a brow gel. Like, I prefer to use a brow gel and that's it, like one and done. All right, next let's go ahead and do lips, and then I'll leave the mascara for last. So for lips, I want to go ahead and use her Lip Suede. I recently hauled this during a Violet Gray 20% off sale. This is refillable. And let me just show you what this looks like. I have been using this quite a bit. I mostly, during like the summer season, was really just using the center two, but for the fall I have been really enjoying mixing all the colors together, and that's what I'm gonna do. I have her lip brush here, and I'm just going to run the brush right across all of those colors and go ahead and apply that. Now, I haven't reviewed this for you guys because I'm still testing it out and using it in different ways. But I will say that the best way to use this, again, light hand. I don't find that this is a product that when you pound it on looks its best. And again, this is not a line that's not what its intention is. It's, you know, just like a quick natural lip and on the go. The finish on this is lovely. A very natural satin finish, very moisturizing, and it really does look like your lips but better. And I know I just said that, you know, you shouldn't have pounded this on, and here I am still applying. Well, it's just because I have a lot of surface area to cover and it takes me a little bit to cover it with precision. All right, finished. Now let's go in with the mascara. This is the reason we're all here. So let's go ahead and apply this. Ooh, I forgot to apply a little bit of powder. I love this powder with my complexion drops. Does wonders, but I have been enjoying this when I use my Vital stick because of the skincare benefits in this is amazing. You know, there's vitamin C, probiotics. There is, gosh, what is that other one? Quinoa. I think it's quinoa seed extract. And I'm gonna tell you right now, my skin knows it. So I really, when I use the Vital stick foundation, I just use this powder in the T-zone because I really don't need much, and I'm using her powder brush for those of you who are wondering. Okay, now seriously, let's get to the mascara because I hope this is good. Here we go. I got the color brown. Okay, already I'm gonna tell you this is a much more wet formula than her original mascara. Like when I took my mascara out of the tube for the first time with the I Love You, this is the I Want You. The original is the I Love You. So red is I Want You, you know, seduction, you know, like very like, you know, seductive. And the other one, the original one, is I Love You. This has a slight scent to it, which I'm surprised. Has like a very subtle floral scent. But this is very wet. And that's a good sign for me because it probably means it's not going to shed. And maybe I got a bad or an old tube in the other one. Who knows? I don't know. I just know that I was so turned off by it that I've never purchased another bottle, because why am I going to gamble buying another bottle of something that's so expensive, you know? So no. But this, and I actually like how this feels on the lashes way better than the other one. I do like myself a nice brown lash. I think it looks very natural and beautiful. And again, it gives me all of the fall vibes. And this is doing a really good job at separating the lashes. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can see this. So look how separated and fluttery my lashes look. I only applied it to the top lashes. You guys see that? And this is just like one layer. Let me look down. I don't know if that's gonna be best. Let's go ahead and do a second layer just for science, because it says that this is buildable. So already it is living up to its name because it is separating and it is giving you a lot of length, which is what this was designed for. So let's go ahead and apply a second layer. I don't think a second layer is needed. I feel like one was more than enough. But you know, for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and do a second coat just to see if it pills or sheds. I mean, no, it's not shedding, it's not pilling, and it is building up. I mean, I really don't need more mascara than this. Gonna look like a crazy person. Yeah, this is really nice. So let's go ahead and wait and see how this performs throughout the day, and I will get back to you. But definitely it's given me a lot of length and a lot of volume. So I will check in with you guys at the 4-hour mark and let you know how this has held up. Ooh, and before I go, fragrance of the day is gonna be Henry Rose Char. I can't put this down. I can't put this down for fall. I just can't. This is the travel size. Maybe if I hold it up correctly. There we go. This is like one of my go-to fall fragrances right now. Hey guys, so here is a 6.5 hour check-in. 4 hours came and went just because I ended up getting an important phone call that I had to take. But either way, this is 6.5 hours and look at that. Obviously the eyeshadow is, my skin has soaked it up. As you can see, it has left like a stain on my eyelids. However, the mascara though has held up really nice. There's no shedding on my cheeks or my nose. There's no flakes that have fallen in my eyes. This is the kind of performance I was expecting from her original formula. So I'm really happy with this new mascara. I really like it. Obviously this is a first impressions. I will continue to use it and let you know what I think about it in the future, but as a first impressions wear test, I really like this. I love the color. I love the brown tone to the mascara. I love the length and the separation. It looks beautiful. So congratulations Gucci Westman for an impeccable formula. Really love it. I'm happy with it, and I will go ahead and keep you guys posted. I'm going to continue to use this mascara throughout the year and let you guys know, you know, longevity and all that kind of jazz. You guys know I usually update you guys in the future about products. But I'm gonna end this video right here. So if you have been curious about the new formula, for right now, I recommend it. I think it's great, and I would recommend you picking up a color that you don't already have. So most of my mascaras are black, so that's why I picked up the brown. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching and have a lovely weekend. Bye.